Hello, 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 hello. Don't need this one just now. Break time, break time, break time. Sarah, if you are around, you'll be glad to know that they are back. Your favourite items. Yeah, I had to do a little bit of a something you enjoy. Well, sometimes. Yeah, just sort of take my break time to. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. I've always got to double check what's going on through here as well. I am here, definitely, promise. I can hear my voice, it's quite frustrating. Camera quality is quite. There we go. Excuse me. Yeah. So much for it being a bit milder today. It is certainly not that. As I say, the burn is healing. I've actually got another burn here as well. The reason for these burns is because I'm using a cream on my face to help with the scarring that I've got on it. I've had a lot of issues with the scarring of the skin due to skin problems since childhood. But these things happen. We have lunch, the same lunch, 3 a.m. jobbies, I could call them. We also have, I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. I don't know what the rules are in certain other countries, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys will know what that is. Hold on. Yeah, but it's got sausages in it, so hopefully everyone's having a good night tonight. I'm actually in my office for once, and it feels better than being through there. And having all the weirdos staring at you. I know I'm one of them, but well, sometimes. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I was on, before I had to go and do a quick check with Sarah's favourite items. I had to, yeah, I did that, and I was on Michelle Marie, I can never get her name right, Michelle Marie Delaney's channel, just for a little while, and it's fun. It's fun. She seems to enjoy. As I've said before, she seems to enjoy what she does, and if anyone hasn't checked her out, who knows me, check her out. But she does get a lot of interesting calls, a lot of robotic calls too, and I think she finds it funny too, which is a good thing, because sometimes I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you can't laugh at yourself, then what's the point, you know? I also have my soda. Well, it's not. Well, you guys would call it soda. Well, most of you guys would. I just call it juice. You know, I'm like the Brits, the Australians. We call it juice. You know. As I say, I've got my quick lunches. Probably hit them about 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been working like a banshee tonight. When I say a banshee, like a Speedy Gonzales. That's really what I meant to say. Yeah, it's been fine. It's been pretty easy tonight. I didn't have a lot to do. Usually when I come in, I like to get a lot of stuff done. It doesn't always work out that way. Today, it did. It did. But then again, you never know. You could still get a phone call saying, "Oh my God, there's a fire down at such and such." So you've got to deal with the police and all that nonsense. So yeah, tonight has been fine so far. We still have our 2020 calendar up. I want rid of that because that's not a year to remember by any standards. Then again, we might be saying that next year about this one, which is a concern too. Well, I don't know. You know something? I'm actually getting fed up of being concerned about this sort of thing, because it's like the only thing we seem to do is be concerned about. Understandably, of course, we've got to be a bit cautious, but hopefully with the vaccines and stuff like that. But again, I don't want to keep going on about and harping on about that stuff because it's getting too much, you're coming into to work and it's like it's it's same shit different day. I know that's usually the case for any job, but it really is not what I would want to be doing for the next few more years, I think I might immigrate to Antarctica if that's the case, Yes, guys, if anyone's watching, see, I can't tell in here because I'm through in my office, so I don't know if anyone's watching at all, because this computer here, in fact, that one doesn't work either. Well, it works, but I've got to fuck about it, and I can't be arsed with that. So hopefully everyone's having a great Thursday morning, in some cases Wednesday evening, night. Tonight is, yeah, as I say, it's pretty much all sorted out, unless I get an emergency phone call, and I drove. I actually didn't take public transport tonight because the roads are clear of snow, which is great. And so I almost forgot what I was doing, which would never be a good thing. Yeah, but as I say, Michelle Marie that fucking name, Michelle Marie Delaney, is on just now, live streaming. As I say, she's a good laugh. I think she enjoys the jokes that she gets, and plus it's publicity for her, and she knows it. She's a nice person, as well, from what I've seen. She doesn't cause trouble or cuss anyone out. Last night I made a video about just basically similar what I was doing now. Once I have done my shift tomorrow, this is my second last shift for this week, so I've got one more shift to do tomorrow night, and once I've done that, I'll tell you something, I'll stream from home. It's probably a lot easier than streaming from work on my breaks and stuff like that. I mean, I say breaks, but once I've done what I need to do, I can pretty much take breaks anytime. So I'm thinking of doing a little tour. I know I did a little tour last night, but it wasn't quite as much of a tour as I would have liked. So I'll show you. In fact, I've got one of the computers connected to here. Oh God, cold coffee. Cold pizza is what I need to go with this, but we'll see. I mean, I was tempted to order something from Domino's, but they're funny now because of all the restrictions. They're, it's like a lot of the, I don't know how to put this. You can still go to McDonald's, but again, you're having to get time slots and stuff like that. And you can't pay inside, you can't actually go. In fact, it's getting to the stage where you actually can't use cash at all. Cash is now being completely rejected. And which is crazy, because you think to yourself, well, hey, money is money, It's cash is cash, well, obviously. But yeah, it just seems to be the way things are now. I think yesterday I mentioned as well that for the next foreseeable future, in fact, the lockdown's been extended until April, I think. So that will be, by the time it gets to April, it'll be like 5 months. Although we had one originally before that as well. And so a lot of people nowadays, if you're religious, which I'm certainly not, I think it's a lot of shit, but Easter Bunny and all that crap. Hopefully I don't offend anyone, but if I do, so what? It's YouTube. I think, yeah, from what I see, a lot of these religious ceremonies are now online and stuff like that. And so these people who wear the stupid cloth and big hats and stuff like that, I say that as I wear this now and again, you know what I mean? That's different. I'm not preaching. Although maybe I did a little bit a minute ago, but I'm sure they've got a job to do. I just think it's a lot of crap, but hey ho. Most people in this country don't believe in that anyway. I think the more into Europe you'd go, the more into the continent. Yeah, of course, it's different down in Spain, down in Italy. But then a lot of them are retrobates as well. They're hypocrites. I mean, but I still love them all. Still love all races, and all creeds, and everyone has got the right to believe that what they want to believe in. You know. Hey William, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. You're the only person that said hello tonight so far. I know a lot of people are watching somewhere else. One of the subjects I was wanting to bring up on my break, which I should still have 4 or 5 minutes technically, or whatever. I've done most of what I need to do. I was wanting to. I'd heard somebody else talking about movies, and we'd mentioned Green Mile. We'd mentioned the Shawshank Redemption as well. 2 fantastic movies. I don't know if you've got a favourite movie that you like, or you have a go-to movie. When I say a go-to movie, I mean a movie, if you're feeling down or anything like that, you know, you go to that movie just to sort of perk yourself up again, you know. I think we all have movies like that. For me, it's going to sound strange, but it's Silence of the Lambs, because I just love the atmosphere of the whole thing, and it sort of gets me quite into it's like, most people go for comedies and stuff like that, but yeah, I go to a movie where someone skins people alive and uses them as lampshades and stuff like that. But so William, how has life been treating you? Give me 2 seconds while I move this thing, because I need to go and check on the front, because as I say, when you're manning this place by yourself, it can be a bit, you know, getting a red nose. Just thought I'd mention that. Hey, I didn't see your guys' messages. Sarah, sorry about that. Oh no, I didn't actually. Okay. I don't know why it's not coming on here. That's strange. Oh, fair enough. Oh god, that's right close, isn't it? Oh, you're fine. Good to hear you're fine. Remember to drop a like at least. You know, then I will be fine. Feel free to retweet it on whatever platform you have. I don't know. Just, it's up to yourself, buddy. Let me just check something. Yeah, I've always got to keep my eye on stuff. See, when you're doing this stuff on your own, it is getting a little bit, I won't say stressful, because I'm not someone that gets stressed out very easily, but when you're having to like look at all these sort of things, I do get a bit stressed. So I'm going to take you guys on a little tour while I continue my first break, and yeah, William, busy in terms of having to be here. Absolutely. In terms of work, I wouldn't quite say it's been too hectic. Um, we've got an arrival tomorrow, I think. It's quite a big arrival actually, so I need to make sure there's paperwork laid out for the day manager that comes in and she can deal with that, because by the time the guy arrives, um, I won't be here, I'll be home sleeping hopefully. So William, what have you been up to tonight? Um, it's the same thing, William. Um, I'm just using my. I presume you mean English. One thing, which is fine. B, and as I say, I've been using cream on my face to get rid of a burn, and I ended up burning the tip of my nose. Ended up, well, this bit was already burnt, and I burnt the side bit here. So yeah, walking does it. You're relaxing, awesome, awesome. Hopefully that relaxing is going well. Anything else planned for the weekend? Yeah, apart from don't do what I do. Don't burn your face with bleach. It wasn't bleach. It was like a sort of like medicated cream that you can use to get rid of. See, I suffer from acne even at my age, and I've got to keep using this stuff because at the time beforehand I was using what's it called? An antibiotic called oxytetracycline, but you've got to use it long term, and that's the problem. Well, the problem is it affects your insides, so it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Well, I'm nearly 10 years older than you, so so and the Zimmer frame is, I don't know, it's somewhere in it's somewhere there. So nah, I'm not that bad. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a tour. I might have to be quite quiet during it because we do have guests. In fact, one of the guests we've got here is a VIP-ish. Well, they'd like to think they're VIPs, but they're not really. They're just they're getting a special rate for some reason. I don't know. I don't know. You don't have any acne? Well, that is absolutely brilliant. I've had it since I was 12. As I say, 20 odd years later, still got it. And as I say, they give you. I've tried so many things to get rid of it, and it's, you know, there's always side effects. There's side effects with any medication, right? That's a fact. Whether the creams I used far too much. I know I did. I used far too much. I burnt my nose, burnt this part, burnt up here, because when you're working in a position like this as well, if okay at the moment with lockdown, I mean you don't face the public so much, but there is always a chance that guests will have to. I know it sounds old fashioned, but you've got to look a certain way. Like when you said to me earlier on that I was talking more British, not Scottish. It's just it's a subconscious thing that comes into you when you come into work. That's what you do. You know, you just sort of like be, not become someone different, but you just you act with respect, if that makes sense. You know, all over the world who come here, so you've almost got to adapt to sort of a level of, I don't know, a level of, it's gonna sound weird, equality in terms of how you talk to people, and which is basically what we have to do. It doesn't work for everyone because you can get the locals up here, and I live really far north in Scotland, and it's probably easier for me because I'm more from a bit further south originally. Like my mask, by the way. Hey, Skip Princess, it is fantastic to see you. I was just thinking about you the other day. I was thinking about what your favourite movies were. I'm on a break at work just now. Well, I'm calling it a break. I mean, I'm entitled to it. I've been here for hours already, and I've gotten through a lot of stuff just now. So feel free to hit the like, send me out whatever
platforms you have. How are the chickens getting on, by the way? And also, tell me your favourite movie, because I was on another stream earlier on, just like listening to what they're talking about. And I said a few things, and a few of their movies are stuff that I like. Um, but one of my favourite movies is Silence of the Lambs. It's almost a comforting movie. It's strange. It's like you'd think I'd like calm. It's raining. We've had a lot of snow. This entire month has been snowing, 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 snowing. But in the last 2 days, we've had a little bit of a spell of mild weather. It's about 2 degrees just now, which is, it's mild for this time of year. So it's helped sort of like ease the, like, getting here, if that makes sense, But, see, it makes it easier to get here, as I say. And then I was showing my lunch off earlier on, got a bit of these, bit of boiling water, and I'm fine. When I say lunch consists of those things at 3 a.m. We're not quite there yet, but sometimes I don't even bother eating them because I can't bother. You love him, gentlemen. Anything Marvel or Tom? Oh, right, I get you. I like some Marvel stuff. I know you like Tom Hiddleston, I forgot about that. He's a good actor, I suppose, He's a pretty decent actor. Talking about movies, I know they were talking, obviously we're still waiting for the new James Bond movie to come out, which I'm looking forward to. I'm a big Bond fan. And this is going to be Daniel Craig's last. And they were talking about Tom Hardy as Bond for the next Bond. I don't know. I don't think he would be a good Bond. He's a good actor, but it depends on what he's doing. And I think when it comes to something like James Bond, I don't think he would be right for that. Feel free to disagree or agree. It's fine, It's hey MJ, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. Yep. Thank you for the script, Princess. Always appreciated. I don't think Tom Hiddleston probably could be a good James Bond. He'd be better than Tom Hardy. See, Tom Hardy, he, as I say, he's good at certain roles, but for a role like James Bond, I think not so much. But a lot of the talk is like, oh, Tom Hardy's going to be the next James Bond, I don't think that's going to happen. James Bond, I thought Pierce Brosnan was a pretty decent Bond. I think Daniel Craig's an excellent Bond as well. I'm looking forward to the new one. I know it's been delayed several times because of all the COVID stuff. MG, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for dropping in. It's much appreciated. I'm just having a little bit of a break and talking some random nonsense, but I've just got this shift to do to finish, and then another shift to do tomorrow, and then I'm off for a few days, and I'm like, yes. I'm drinking cold coffee, and I just thought I'd come on and just do a bit of. I was watching Michelle Marie Delaney. I don't know if you guys know her. MJ, I think you might know her, but I'm not sure. Just listen to some of her phone calls. They're so funny. Well, most of them are funny. Some of them are just crap, to be honest, and a bit shit. And in fact, excuse the language, guys, but they are. But the ones that are generally sort of thought through for a bit, they're quite good. I quite like those ones. And I think as I said before, I think she enjoys those chats too, because she's involved, and we all like to be involved in things, don't we? But at the moment, guys, I'm just sitting in the office. Bit of a mess over there. That will be whoever takes over from me this morning. Well, tomorrow morning. Or this morning. Oh, you were watching Michelle, so you do know Michelle. MG, I've been 1K a few times, but what I tended to do, I just tended to stop doing YouTube, especially when I was going back to work, when we were a lot busier. So, but because we're not quite as busy as we are now, before, sorry, I've had a bit more time to do stuff like this, So it takes me about 4 hours to get most of my work done, and the other time I can just spend, talking nonsense on YouTube. But guys, if yeah, feel free, as I say, if you have any, what's it called, platforms want to retweet this nonsense out on, feel free to do so. If not, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Usually, in the past when I've done YouTube, it's been like gaming and stuff like that, and I don't usually put the camera on at the same time. But now it doesn't bother me. At first, I was a bit like unsure of doing it, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and it's nice to put a face. I suppose it's nice to put a face to the name. Maybe you might be thinking, no, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know, MJ. It's taken a while. There's a few times I think to myself, it depends, as I say, again, what people are talking about. If I can get into that, I can. But there's certain subjects I just like. Nah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that. I'll just lurk. Listen, whatever you want to call it. You roasted your ex-boyfriend because he looks like rubbish. Well, I suppose that's one reason for roasting your ex-boyfriend. What did he do? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't ask that. You don't have to tell me anything. But hopefully it wasn't anything too severe. Sorry. It's just, when people say things like roasting, right? I just get this image of people on a steak and being, like a pig roast and getting, like, script, princess, I'm sorry. I should be laughing. I'm at work. Thank God there's nobody else in here just now, because I'd be getting into trouble. Although I shouldn't really be. But he broke my. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I didn't realise that was the case. I thought you were just like, there was a bit of a. I don't know. Again, I don't like to pry too much into people's business, but you probably did the right thing. In fact, I would say you probably have done the right thing in roasting him. Hopefully, he's charged to his. Like he's charcoal. Let's hope he's charcoal, eh? That'd be a good thing. That'd be a good thing. He cheated me with somebody else. Well, unfortunately, these things happen, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't happen. I'm sorry it's happened to you. I think I'm not going to say everyone's had it done to them, but I won't say much about myself, because I've had friends that have had it done to them, and it must be. Well, I know it's a very difficult thing to go over, especially if it's a close relationship. Here, I'm being Dr. Phil. I just want to talk about movies on my break, but I don't mind. As I say, guys, it's free for all. Just talk about what you want. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. It's good to see some of you guys drop in on my break, and yeah, just with my new beard, my beard come mask. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I'm getting a red nose. As I was telling people earlier on, I burnt my skin with some bleach cream. It's like for skin problems like acne, which I've got, and I use far too much of it. I ended up burning my nose, burning the side of my temple, and no, this bit was done the other day, but it's healing up now, so it's fine. Who else do I watch on here? Well, before Hand MG, I would mostly watch like people that would play games, like video games, stuff like that, because I'm a video game geek type of thing. But since I've been watching like The Boyd, I've been watching, and I'm always a very honest person when it comes to who I watch. I do like Noodles. I think he's a good laugh. I know he's not to everyone's taste, but I think he's funny. Um, I like watching Michelle Marie Delaney.
I watched Rosie O'Kelly. I mean, Rosie O'Kelly, she's a very knowledgeable person. She knows her stuff. I mean, um, and I've even joked with my cousin saying, "Are we gonna go chooching tonight?" You know, but and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It's like- then I have to introduce him to the whole concept of it all. Yeah, she's. I mean, I like Rosie. I think she's a really nice person, and the thing is, she she handles a lot of situations pretty nicely, without having to resort to going mad or saying, "Oh my God, damn you," you know. And but yeah, she's a nice person, and as I say, she's very knowledgeable. I saw some of the videos when she was on at San Francisco, and they saw Alcatraz, and then she was on the Golden Gate Bridge, and just stuff like that. She knows a lot of her history, and I like stuff like that. You know, I'm a big documentary fan. I'm a big fan of stuff like that, and it's nice to see it from a different perspective. Somebody that's live speaking about it as well. I don't always see the videos live because of the time difference. I might catch a little bit here and there. But yeah, yeah. But she's definitely MJ. She definitely knows her stuff. Yeah, Noodles is. I think he's funny as anything. I think he's. Um, he, of course, he's not to everyone's taste. But then, as I said before, the last live stream I did, nobody's to everyone's taste in sense of like we. It's like saying this thing is for everyone. You know, it's not. You know, some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it. But I also say there's a lot of people out there that they will say they don't like somebody, but they'll watch them. You know, I've been guilty of that myself before in the past, but now, nah, there's no point. You just enjoy what you want to enjoy. I mean, it's not a crime. It's not a crime. You know, especially, I mean, some of the humour is very deadpan. I don't know if you know that expression, but deadpan humour to me is like somebody that doesn't take it too seriously, but does to an extent, but is still quite intelligent at the same time. Um, totally. You saw the new Loki trailer. Oh my God, Tom, you and your Tom Hiddleston. I can't. I mean, obviously, I can't find the attraction there, but I can see he's a good looking bloke. You know, he is a good looking guy, but obviously for you, it's a different kind of good looking. But that's just me. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, like sometimes, don't get me wrong, I like watching Michelle's channel, but sometimes when I hear the calls, I do cringe a wee bit. Don't get me wrong, I do cringe a little bit, but when I see that she's actually quite enjoying it, and she's enjoying the situation, and the whole, then it doesn't make it so bad because at least she knows that it's she. I think she knows it's all in fun as well. So that's not too bad. So guys, I'm just gonna stand up, get a swig of cold coffee again. I really need to get hot coffee. I think this is probably giving myself acid or something. Right. Do. I don't know why I'm going do because I never do that ever. It's just because I'm online. I'm online. I'm live. Have you watched Michelle's documentary? I actually started watching a bit of it the other. It was the start of this week. The Snow Queen one. Yeah. Um, it seems very interesting, and it actually seems very professionally made, because as I say, I didn't know anything about Michelle until recently, and so I expected the documentary to be a bit more basic, if that makes sense. But when I seen how well it was done, I was actually really surprised. But I haven't watched it all, but I've watched some of it, and it seems good, and she seems a very honest person, which is quite rare to find in a lot of circles, you know. So you're creating your own Loki cosplay. What are you gonna do? So you have to fill me in here, Script Princess. Who is Loki? I know he's some sort of hero or something, but or she is. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I know cosplay is a big thing. I mean, God, I have worn, yeah, I've worn a Spider-Man outfit once, but uh, it's not good for the sperm count. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm joking. But I suppose in some cases it wouldn't be. Yeah, but going back to certain movies that I like, I've go-to movies, I've go-to TV shows as well. Say, for example, something you need, like comedy's excellent for picking you up, comedy's brilliant for um, just making you feel good. Depends what comedy you're into. Even it could be an old-fashioned comedy, it could be a new comedy, it could be something like Third Rock from the Sun, it could be a British comedy like Keeping Up Appearances, just something silly. It just makes you laugh if you've had a rubbish day. And let's face it, guys, a lot of us have had pretty rubbish days in this last 12 months. These last 12 months, I should say. That's for sure. It's a Marvel villain, and he's got tricks and lies. Are you sure you want to be somebody as bad as that? How could you? Nah. Hey, the villains always get the best parts. The villains always get the best parts. It's like when you're I'm some sort of actor or something like that. Like I know, you know what I mean. So it's like yeah, Family Guy, stuff like that. That's another one. I mean, that's something that always cheers you up. Well, for me personally, it does. I know it's not to everyone's taste, but again, we don't all have the same taste in life. Again, that's something, which is the case. But yeah, I think the villains always have the best parts. If I was to be a movie star, I would like to be a villain or a semi-villain, a villain that might be able to be redeemed. Hey, anyone's watching this, Hollywood, come on, give me a shout. Come on. I'm sick of sitting at a desk all night. Come on. But it's true. Like the it's nice to be, I suppose, the good guy who always does the right thing. But I also like films or documentaries or TV shows where the good guy has got flaws as well, and he might have a flaw or she might have a flaw that maybe they've hidden for so long and stuff like that. Hey, guys, get right in the script. Help me out with this one, but you know what I mean though. But the bad guys always get the really good parts. Take Harry Potter for example, something like that. The bad guys they've got all the best magic spells. They've got all the best powers, the most awesome looking outfits and stuff like that. Although Spider-Man's outfit is pretty cool, no matter what. Supergirl's outfit, well, the original Supergirl, I suppose, it was just like basically Superman's outfit without the bottoms. It was just basically she was wearing a swimming suit, a swimsuit. But hey ho, we're not going to complain at that, are we? Most of us. I do realise we've got most of the ladies on here. Question: do you believe in ghosts or demons? Absolutely, 100%. I believe in ghosts. I know people are gonna say you're an idiot, but yeah, I believe I've seen a ghost. I'm not saying 100% that I have seen it. With my own, well, what had happened was many years ago, when I was living at home when I was a kid, back down in Perth, I saw an image of a dog lying down, but it didn't freak me out or anything like that. But yeah, I do believe there's more to life. When I say earlier on that I'm not religious and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that I'm not spiritualist either, because I do believe there's more to life than this. Of course there is. There has to be. You know, well, let's hope there is anyway, because come on, you know. You know what I'm talking about, MJ. You know what I'm saying. It's just, yeah, there's got to be more to it than just sitting at a table and do the same thing night after night. I haven't said that, as I say. I've just got one more night to do after tonight, and then I've got a few days off, and I can stream from home. I can stream from home, not from my workplace, you know. But things are so quiet just now. Don't get me wrong, we're actually doing okay. Touchwood, this place is doing okay. Because it's not a traditional hotel, because as I said before, it's more than just a hotel, it's a business centre as well. So we're doing alright. We're doing okay. It's obviously not like what it used to be, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Fingers crossed, you know. Unless once summon female demons go right ahead. I see. I don't know if I want to summon female demons. Depends how demonic they are. You know, if they are too demonic, I might be a little bit worried, you know. Yeah, I don't want to get too worried, because I know what these female demons are like. Trust me. No, I don't really. All these female demons are just, they're awesome, really, honestly, don't worry. Well, I say it to you guys, don't worry, like you know already. In a nice way, of course. Are you in an area with COVID? Yes, of course. We have the South African one, and obviously because I live in Scotland, which is technically, well, not technically, it is part of the UK. It's it's mutated, but from what I'm gathering, it's not. It's simply more contagious. It's not as deadly. You know, it's just simply more, which is still a bad thing, of course. It's still a bad thing, but it's simply more contagious. We actually have had we did have COVID patients in this hotel. What I'm saying, just in case there's people upstairs, but I don't think there is. We had 101. We've had 101 people. I know it sounds like something like Dalmatians, but we've literally had 101 patients into here, but they were all completely fine, every single one of them, and they worked in a nursing home, but because we actually own the nursing home as well. It's a private nursing home. Unfortunately, some of the elderly residents did die. I think 12 people did die, but all the staff, the 101 staff, they were all completely fine. Not one single symptom. So maybe that was just luck. Maybe that was just, I don't know. It's just, but it was horrendous. It was absolutely horrendous. And when I first found out, when I first came in to my shift, the day manager said to me, "I got something to tell you." I was like, "It's been all over the news." And I'm like, "What has?" Because I sleep during the day because I work night shifts. And she was like, "Oh, show me the website." I was like, "These people are here, you know." But they were in separate blocks, and were specifically said by the chairman, by the big managers, do not go near these blocks at any time. And at first, when you hear those words, you're a bit like, "Oh my God," you know. But it doesn't scare me. It doesn't scare me. I think, of course, you've got to be sensible. It's like anything else in life. You've got to be. It's almost like we've never washed our hands before. You know, it's like, how ridiculous does that sound? You know, it's almost like we've never been clean before. You know, we've never taken precautions before. You know, but I know this thing it's a bad thing. It's in Australia, Script Princess, you've done really well down there. New Zealand, unfortunately, the UK hasn't. I mean, I would say, and I don't mind who has any disagreements with this. The problem we've got in this country, we're far too overpopulated. I mean, there's nearly 70 million people in this little island,
and yet there's people down in Italy, down in Spain who've got less population than we do, and their expansion is like 3 times the size of us. You know, although Italy did get it really bad, as did Spain, and again, it's a subject. I mean, I'm trying to not get too involved in, but I don't want to be ignorant about it at the same time. If that makes sense. Yes, yes. How big is this? Um, there are 3 hotels connected to the same. It's a family-run hotel. So, for example, this particular complex has about 150 rooms. Um, got one down there, which is like maybe half a mile down the road, which has about 200 rooms, and you've got one about 3 miles down the road, which is a lot smaller, which has got about 60 rooms. But mostly people that come here for this particular hotel, they're here for business. They're here for oil because oil's a big thing up in the northeast of Scotland. Um, it's just so they come here for mostly work, training. The companies pay for them. They don't personally pay for themselves unless it's just a one-nighter with Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You do get that. I mean, of course it happens. But at the moment we're not allowed to let people like that in. Here's hoping in the next few months, once the vaccine kicks in, once people, because the rates are now declining big time. The rates of infection are really coming down fast again, which is good. And now with the vaccine, hopefully that's going to make a massive difference. And eventually we will get rid of this thing, we will get rid of it. You've just got to, it's difficult at times because everything's so quiet, everything's so dead outside, and it takes a while to get used to, but I think it'll take a while to get used to things getting busier again, so it's gonna, but I feel terrible for the people that have lost loved ones, friends, anyone that's lost their lives to this horrible thing, But again, it's not something I really don't want to dwell on too much because it's yeah. Have you had Tom Hiddleston's no, and we're very unlikely to. I mean, bear in mind how far north I live. I mean, he hasn't got much to do up here, I guess. We're not like, if you were in Glasgow maybe, or London or something like that, but here I would say no. I don't think he would be coming here anytime soon. You never know though. If we can get movies made up here, we might be in line for something like that. You guys, thanks very much for I know a couple of you have retweeted and dropped a like. That's always appreciated. Thank you very much. As I say, I know other people are doing some stuff just now, so that's fine. I'm not really a Boyd person, but I like seeing it from the outside. You did hospitality when you're in college. Everyone should do it, I think. Absolutely. And you know something, MJ, that's a great thing, great point to say. Even though I'm more in terms of admin, and stuff like that, but a lot of us who've worked and I've worked in hotels for years and years and years, but you started off in things like, cooking, waiting. If you're lucky enough, you'll get trained and stuff. I went to college as well, and you learn about, yeah, you're right, you learn about other people and yourself. Yeah, that's true. And you can, depends what you want to do. People, and it's good if you can get employers that give you a chance, of course. I think if I was the employer, I can train people to a degree, but I'd probably give them the wrong information. No, I'm not that bad, but this place has been pretty good. I mean, I've worked in the Marriott before, and the Marriott is so much different compared to this place. It's a little bit more sedate here, but still relatively busy before, and I'm sure again it will be the case. Do you have pets allowed? Yes, you are. I don't know, I was waiting to name the price there. We've got a guy coming here next week. He's bringing his cat with him. So, and, okay, I'll name the price. It's not like anyone's going to watch this. Nobody really watches that I know of at my work that I do this anyway. So the cat is £150 a week to stay. I know it's only a lot of it's to do with cats can be more destructive than dogs, like in terms of the furniture. So it's almost, you can look at like a deposit type of thing. So it sort of like covers it a little bit. So because it does happen, and if they're, but dogs again. But I think obviously owners can take their dogs outside, and they can just let them pee and jobby outside, and stuff like that. All you need is chicken. I'm afraid that's not going to be possible here today, or any time in the future. Although I know your love for chickens is immense. Excuse me, guys, just get my coffee. There we go. Yeah, so I've pretty much got through all I need to do tonight. That's now coming up for 2:08. Well, it is 2:08 a.m. I'm here for at least 6 hours more. Woohoo! And so thrilled. I was going to take you on a tour, but I think I did that yesterday, and I was pretty tired. But I just wanted to come on and just like chat away. As I say, usually we've got, well, I'll have maybe a few members of staff working around, but because of the current situation, that probably won't happen again until April, May, which I'm looking forward to, because I do miss having some of my staff around at night times. But yeah, just the way it is, I suppose. So hopefully everyone's had a nice night, and so far anyway, and it continues to be nice. And I noticed Rosie's online just now, so what I might do is I might just jump onto Rosie's. Then I'll need to just email a few things, and that's me done. I've just got to be here, that's the thing. Just in case something goes wrong with one of the other complexes, you can't take things for granted, and it's different now because it's like one person dealing with 3 places, Before we had the staff to make sure those places were covered. We don't have that at the moment. I still have a huge belief that we will have that again, and I think this year, I really do. I think people are going to be surprised this year, Got my crystal ball here, it's already shining brightly, but yeah, MJ, thank you very much for dropping in. I really appreciate that, by the way, because it's nice to see somebody different coming in and saying hello. Script, it's always fantastic to see you. Absolutely. I don't know why that message was hidden. Maybe the green thing looked like something else, I'm not that strict when it comes to, you can pay anything you want in here. As long as you don't call me an idiot. No, you can call me that too, because that's a fact, I have my idiot moments, but I'm gonna finish my cold coffee. I think what I'll do is I'll jump on to Rosie's stream for 10-15 minutes, then I will go and I might actually do some physical work, Me physical work? How dare you? Yeah, but I'm gonna have to do something, because as I say, we're trying to reduce staff, so. But guys, have a fantastic evening, day, night, afternoon, and I don't know why I clicked the fingers there, but I just felt it was appropriate at the time. Yeah, thanks for the likes, thanks for the just saying hello, just thanks for coming on. And let's see that Noodles. That's 2 streams he's not claim on here. Yeah. Wait till I see him. Nah. Guys, thanks very much for dropping in, and I'll probably see some of you at Rosie's. Okay, just for a little while because I need to get some work done. But thank you. Love yous all.